Howdy sports fans, are you good? Good. Survival games throw players into intense, hostile open world environments where they must find ways to meet their needs and look for a way out, most of the time, if there are any left. The last decade brought us some excellent survival games such as the Forest and Subnautica, and 2021 looks like it's shaping up to keep that tradition of excellent survival misery going. Here are the biggest upcoming new survival games of 2021 that you should be keeping an eye out for. Bear in mind though that we are only highlighting absolutely new survival games, so we aren't selecting games that are already out in early access. But just as a nice little treat, here's a quickfire round of those games we hope to see hit 1.0 sometime over the course of 2021. SCUM from Gamepires is overdue a full release following a 2018 launch. Raft has been out at sea for just as long. Subnautica Below Zero will hope to surface sometime over the next year. 7 Days to Die has had 7 years for development at this point, and Project Zomboid has been in development for slightly longer. To put how long those two games have been in early access for into perspective, they're both older or as old as the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Yikes. Anyway, back to the list. All release dates are subject to change, so we will do our best to keep you updated of delays, etc. in the comments below. Survival, Lost Way. 20 years after the outbreak of a pandemic, there are almost no people left on Earth. In the post-apocalyptic world of Survival Lost Way, you must find ways to fend for yourself, build a house, gather food, find resources, while also staying safe from dangerous animals and enemies. The trailer gives a glimpse of other human beings, but only to have the main character attack them. Perhaps you're the only one left uninfected. The game will be available in early access in January 2021. Lost Way looks like it's pretty low budget and rough around the edges, but maybe give it a chance. Icarus. If instead of being a lone wolf you're looking for some multiplayer cooperative action, then Icarus is the right game for you. Developed by the creators of DayZ, this game flies you far away from Earth, quite like the Greek character of the title, to distant alien planets. These planets are rich with resources for you to exploit, but they also have harsh environments and dangerous wildlife. Keep up your oxygen supply, collect meta resources to build shelters, and craft advanced technology to take on more ambitious projects. Icarus has everything it takes to potentially be a sleeper hit for 2021, so don't sleep on it. Though you might be right to be skeptical with how long DayZ kicked around for. Odludzie, I think I'm saying that right. Unlike the unusual worlds of most survival games, Odludzie, which is backwards in English, features a realistic setting in which you are thrown into the middle of the mountains after your plane crashes. You must build primitive tools, construct shelters and eat berries among other things as you try to get back to civilization. Created by the debuting Polish V-Cube studio, this first-person survival game uses Unreal Engine 4 to produce stunning visuals and forces you to fight your way through the wilderness of Podkopachi. I hope that's right. My Polish is a little rusty. There's zero gimmicks with this game, which means no zombies or anything like that. If you liked the long dark but grew sick of the snow, this might be one to look out for. Undying. Undying has got to be one of the most unique survival games of all time. You are no longer just running away from infected zombies, but you are also slowly becoming one. After being infected by a zombie bite, Endling must help her son, Cody, by teaching him valuable lessons on how to survive in this post-apocalyptic world by finding shelter, cooking food, and fighting zombies. Cody learns from the actions of his mother, who only has limited time before the transformation becomes complete. For those who fell in love with Telltale's The Walking Dead, Undying is coming for your feelings sometime in 2021. The Eternal Cylinder. Somewhere out amongst the stars on a strange alien planet, a humongous rolling structure called the Eternal Cylinder crushes everything that comes in its path. On this planet, you take control of little creatures called trepums, and you can group them together as you explore this surreal environment. Trepums will learn, mutate and evolve as you progress, unlocking abilities such as flying and swimming, amongst others. The game has story-driven exploration and features 4 unique biodomes for players to discover. If you ever played Spore and thought, man, this just isn't weird enough for me, the Eternal Cylinder is likely to go down as one of 2021's wackiest games. Away, the survival series. Post-apocalyptic worlds, can you see the pattern emerging? May seem a little scary, but a world is no less dangerous for the creatures in the wild. Every living being is locked in a deadly competition, as the trailer says. In Away, you dive deep into the world of animals and take control of a sugar glider. As this little creature, you must explore the world, defend yourself from predators, make use of opportunities such as riding on bigger creatures' backs and doing whatever it takes to survive. Away looks like one of the most ambitious games we've seen from a small studio in some time, and will probably be especially interesting to you if you dabble in psychedelic drugs. The Riftbreaker. The Riftbreaker is a base building survival game from Exel Studios. On an alien planet called Galatea 37, you play as Ashley as Nowak, the Riftbreaker, an elite commando inside a powerful mecha suit that is capable of dimensional rift travel. Your task is to colonize this planet by building up a base that can allow travel back to Earth. You must extract resources, research new inventions, and combat extraterrestrial creatures as you defend your base and try to survive. The game's developers don't exactly have the best track record in terms of previous games, so here's hoping that Riftbreaker is the one that gets it right. Tribes of Midgard. In Tribes of Midgard, you play as a Viking who must defend their village against enemy forces during Ragnarok, the end of the world. Your village houses the seed of Yggdrasil, which is necessary for your survival and also the key to everlasting life, so no pressure. You must construct ramps for expansion, set up defences, and craft potions to survive in the land of Midgard. Go solo or form a tribe with up to 10 people as you try to defend your village against the creatures from hell and, later, giants. We love the art style that we've seen for Midgard, and it's always nice to play something a little different in the survival genre, so count us in on this one. Sons of the Forest. After the massive success of The Forest, Endling Games has returned with a promising sequel in Sons of the Forest. A brief gameplay trailer was released in December last year, and fans are guessing that the protagonist is Timmy, the son of Eric, who was the protagonist in the original game. Like last time, a plane crash lands our character in the middle of a forest that is inhabited by woodland creatures and a tribe of cannibalistic mutants. But these mutants are conscious, often observing us or trying to communicate, and seem to react based on our actions out in the world. Sons of the Forest will hopefully continue the survival excellence sometime in 2021, and we cannot wait for more updates from the developers. If you've been on this channel before, you know that we kind of have a bit of a kink for the forest. Endling. While most survival games have humans facing the harshness of nature, Endling tells the other side of the story. Humans have destroyed the environment and made the existence of every creature miserable. You play as the last mother fox, who must keep her cubs safe and try to find a place where they can live without human interference. A dev commentary video has exhibited Endling's beautiful visuals and also gave a glimpse into the emotional storyline of the game, which is gonna make us cry, and we're ready for it. After their appearance in Ghost of Tsushima, can we all agree that foxes are seriously underrated animals and should be in all games going forward? Yes? Good. Occupy Mars, the game. Occupy Mars is a sandbox game about Mars colonization. You must explore the planet, conduct mining operations, grow crops, and everything else that is necessary to survive on Mars. The cinematic trailer features the protagonist with a robot dog assistant and ends with them looking at a descending spacecraft, perhaps hinting at companions. The game's release date has not yet been announced, but it will first launch as part of Steam Early Access, where it will probably stay until we actually go to actual Mars. Occupy Mars has been in development for years and years at this point, so here's hoping 2021 is the year we can finally grow potatoes out of our own poop. That's how it works, right? Going Medieval. Going Medieval is a colony building sim set during the medieval age in which a rampant plague has killed 95% of the population. In this classless, borderless and lawless post-calamity age, you must defend your colony from the harshness of nature and the ravages of barbarians. Players will get to expand their small huts into a sprawling settlement with multi-story forts and underground caverns. You must also satisfy the wants of your villagers as their emotional states affect your settlement. Needy buggers. Inspired by RimWorld, Going Medieval may just be about the most ambitious game on this list, which means that it probably won't launch in 2021. Well, back to RimWorld I go for now, and I know there goes my adult life, all my friendships, and understanding of hygiene. I'm currently stewing in my own piss right now, but it was all worth it. So there you are then, there are our picks for the biggest new survival games of 2021 you should be keeping an eye out for, or two if you're feeling crazy. Which new survival game took your eye, or your eyes, plural? I hope to see your comments down below. I've got to stop with this eye stuff. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon, for God's sake.